Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. My kitty is on my lap. Occasionally, she may poke her head up. Just before I started recording, she poked her head up just like this and was being a good kitty. Because she's a good kitty and I love her very, very much. Good Amelia. What a good kitty. So, now she's got a scratch though. I did not go walkies yesterday. But that was because my kitty here, like she's doing right now, was sprawled out on my lap pretty much all day, and then all evening, and then up until I went to bed. So I wanted to have time with my kitty cat, so I didn't go walkies. 2 nights in a row now. Well, the first night I just didn't feel good. Yesterday I didn't really feel hot. And then my kitty cat is on my lap, like she is right now. She's sprawled out. I mean, yesterday, the only time she left was to go over and eat. And then the occasional time to go outside the window and go to the bathroom. And then she came back and then was on my lap again. So is she going to do that again today? I don't know. She may. If so, then I guess I'm not going to go walkies again for at least a while. I mean, I can't stop going walkies. My heart, it needs the exercise. It needs to stay healthy. So that's not going to happen. But for right now, because she's been just vanished for so much and for so long, for like the past month at least, you know, she's back. So I'm going to let her stay, and I'm going to stay and let her be here. Definitely a thumbs up. I do feel better than I did yesterday. Not 100%, but better. And that's a good thing. So I don't have an intro because of my kitty on my lap and all that. When I came in this morning, I don't know if she'd been in all night, but when I came in, she was here. And that's new for her these past 2 months, so definitely a good thing. Thumbs up for that. Now, I have a story idea where one of the things that happens is I know a very, 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 very tiny bit of what goes on in some parts of mathematics without knowing the actual math. Like, I'm fascinated by just all this science stuff, and I watch science videos, and we are 3 plus 1 creatures. We have 3 physical dimensions plus 1 time sense. You know, we have left, right, up, down. Yeah, left, right, up, down, front, back, and then a sense of time. We are 3 plus 1 creatures. There is a 4th dimension. There are almost an infinite number. But it also ties into this. You know, a one-dimensional being, I do not know if they would, that it's even possible for them to cast a shadow. But a 2-dimensional being, flat, casts a 1-dimensional shadow. A 3-dimensional being, like us, we cast a 2-dimensional shadow, flat. A 4th-dimensional being casts a 3-dimensional shadow. Which I know sounds weird and bizarre, and it is. Especially if a 3-dimensional creature tries to interact with a 2-dimensional creature in a 2-dimensional world, they will not see a 3-dimensional creature. Like if you took your finger and poked it into a 2-dimensional world, the person being in that 2-dimensional world would just see a 2-dimensional shape grow and then shrink as you poked in and then brought your finger out. They would not see a 3-dimensional object. If a 4th-dimensional creature poked their finger into a 3-dimensional world like ours, we would not see a 4th-dimensional creature. The best I've seen on people who are mathematicians talking about it is there would be like a sphere that goes whoop, view. That is what we would see. So a 4th-dimensional creature casts a 3-dimensional shadow and you try to interact and it's rough. Now, there's a story idea I have which has this whole event thing for the bizarre and weird science and supernatural stuff, but in the story, these people find the 500,000 years old ruins of a civilization that was in this valley before human beings. Now, they don't know it, but it's like every million years an event happens in this valley, lasts for half a million years. What happens is that just, boom, they're decoupled, de-separated from this universe. And if you're in the valley and you try to leave, you don't leave into another universe. You leave this valley and enter a different valley in a different universe. So it's not good. But they find the ruins of this ancient 4+1 civilization. 4+1. They have 4 dimensions in most of their systems, their brains. They have AI systems. Their AI runs in their 4th dimensional parts of their heads. These are teaching AIs. So when you would go up to a display, it would interact. Anything the knowledge you didn't have that the display had would instantly be vdip. You know everything about that. So when people come in and find this stuff, the AIs that are within the display try to do the handshake to find out what you know so that they can fill you in. And these human beings, there's no handshake. Oh, so no AI. So the AI in the display just forms an optical link and download the copy of the AI into your head so that you can try and get up to snuff. It's only when the copy of the AI is in the 3+1 head that it realizes there's no place for it to run. It needs that 4th dimensional part to run in. Our minds don't have that. And so the people that are involved with this, they start to just immediately burn. Fevers, bad fevers, because the thing that's trying to run in their heads is going, whoops, this is wrong. And I'd had an idea that if a 4th dimensional being casts a 3-dimensional shadow, can you cast a light beneath the 3-dimensional system to cast a 4th dimensional shadow? And so my idea was, this AI is burning real hot to shine a light to cast a 4th dimensional shadow so it can go run in the 4th dimensional shadow without burning out the brains. Watching some science stuff, that's actually a perfectly valid thing. Not the brains part, but yeah, 3-dimensional, you can cast a 4th dimensional shadow mathematically and work with that. So just extrapolation of concepts, I happen to hit on ideas that are kind of real. I mean, not the whole thing running in your head part. The people that get this happen, it forms structures in their brains so they can cast a 4th dimensional shadow and run there without disturbing and destroying their heads. The story still doesn't end well. I mean, when these people are in this valley and this happened, it's an entire like 10,000, like Shelton here. It would be like if downtown Shelton that happened to. And it stays that way for 500,000 years. So it doesn't end well, which is why I'm not quite sure what to do with the story. But they do find the ruins of that old civilization. And when they're searching that, they find the evidence of 500,000 years before that, when a previous event had happened that had trapped that civilization, and it burst through to another previous one that was far more dimensions than the 4+1. So the 4+1 people were trying to deal with like 10+1 and not doing well. So it's just a mess, this entire valley, and there's no real hope. I mean, no one's ever gotten out of it. This event happens, and when it happens, then that's it. And remember, of course, the basic idea behind that story is, like, effectively billions of years from now, if not trillions of years from now, on the other side of the non-observable universe, there's a civilization that has figured out how to talk machines up into a higher dimension. That's easy. You just unroll part of that dimension. That's mathematics. They do that with all the time in math. You unroll dimensions, you deal with them. They figured out how to unroll it, put stuff inside of there, and then re-roll it. Problem is, there's like a little screw that's loose, and so there's a scurrying vibration, and that scurrying vibration is sending out stuff all the way. And of course, these things mathematically are set up that if you go this direction through the interface and you don't come back out the exact same way with the same momentum, the same mathematical, well, not the same mathematical, but the same atomic structures and the same format as when you went through that way, you're going to go through you're going to come out at a different time, in a different place. So as their machines are falling apart, they're casting out all these events throughout time and throughout space. So the beginning of the universe to the end of the universe is filling up with these events. Luckily for the universe, most of them are in deep interstellar space where they aren't going to harm anything. You know, most of the rest of them happen in inside of stars or inside of dead planets. So something happens, but it doesn't really affect anybody. It's that 1% of events that happen on places like Earth and other places and other people throughout time and the universe. Eventually there's going to be more events than there are stars in the sky, and there are a lot of stars in the sky. So thumbs up for that. A lot of the stories I've been working with have that as the basis for what's starting the mess. An event from this thing is occurring. And of course the people that have done that, they've finally gotten confirmation that the entirety of their galaxy is having an event. So there's going to be a galaxy-wide event that's going to kill everyone if they don't turn off the machines now. But even if they do turn off the machines now, I mean, that's going to kill. They are a galactic civilization. Within 24 hours, 98% of everyone who lives in that galaxy will be dead, because a lot of the people are in interstellar space or are in planets that are taken way out of orbit, but they have the power to stay perfectly functional. Take away that power that's destroying the universe, and suddenly all of these places that are like inside of a sun or way out here where it shouldn't be, and all they just go whoop. And die. But even if 98% of everybody dies, trillions upon quadrillions of people, it's better that 1 or 2% survive scattered throughout the galaxy than no one. So, thumbs up. And even if they shut the machine off now, because of the way things run, you know, it could have been at the very moment that they turned it on that 99% of everything scattershot through time and space. So even if they turn off now, most of it happened here. So it's a mess. Luckily, this also works with Egg Mother. So if the entire universe is destroyed, well, there's not an infinite amount, but there certainly are a very, very large number. Which I've talked about Egg Mother before, but that's okay. There's a lot of things I wanted to talk about, but I ended up talking about this. I mean, I've got my big old spider up in the window over there. And not in the window, above the window. She's still here. She's making her orb right now. There's that tinier one that was over in the corner. She's got her orb. She's sitting in that, and that's a good thing. I'm glad. I like my spiders. The other day I was cleaning in the bathroom, and I sprayed some cleaner stuff in the shower stall, and then there had been a wolf spider, but I'd taken it out, so it must have been a different wolf spider. But then it was like in the shower stall where I sprayed stuff, and I was like, oh no, because just cleaning chemicals. So I was trying to figure out how to save the spider, and I got our fly swatter, and I was like, come on, you gotta get onto this. And finally the little spider went on to the fly swatter part, and I took her outside. It was raining, but hopefully the chemicals didn't kill her. I have turned into such a softie about spiders. I mean, I used to just slaughter them horribly because I was afraid of them. Now I do my darndest to keep them alive. Thumbs up for that. And I mean, and there's more stuff I've wanted to talk about, and hopefully I'll remember it at some point. One thing I didn't do is I left all of my various browsers open while I was recording, and I did not open up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, which is what I'm doing right now. My sincere apologies, I meant to have that done. I don't know how many people left comments. We're finding out if I have even 2 pages worth. 2 pages worth, and there we go. So, I'll start off with a tiny spiel here. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterwards. So I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. And of course, it's arranged because even though I count American Sign Language, I'm just not good at that sort of thing. So, remembering. Excuse me. I had to drink a caffeinated beverage beforehand. So, non-conformative proof. Now, non-conformative proof. Are you Manreet? Thank you very much. I got a plush hamster in the mail. Greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you. Yes, it did show up. And then for the win, WYNNE, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kits Cat, greatly appreciated. And Hokey Smokes, I hope things get better soon. Confused Owl 29, thumbs up and thank you. Jalbert X, thumbs up and thank you. And Plank Gas, thumbs up. Official Moxie, greatly appreciated. ASAP Frostbite, thumbs up and thank you. Young Dagger DXCK, thumbs up. Tommy Matthews, greatly appreciated. Bailey Snyder, thumbs up. Jerf, I like the name, greatly appreciated. Mark Miles, thumbs up and thank you. Esau Nagar, thumbs up. And Bolanoite, Bom dia. Oh my god. Boanoite or Boatarde. And Timmy Jimmy, thumbs up and thank you. Uncown, thumbs up, greatly appreciated. Sean C 557, greatly appreciated. Hat R, HATR. Fat Lizzie Panda YT and Demon, greatly appreciated. We have Weston, thumbs up and thank you. Marilee Cachero, yes, the egg cooker showed up. Thank you so very, very much. Oh my gosh, that thing is awesome. I mean, I've only read them through the manual because I just got it yesterday. But the stuff that thing can apparently do is amazing. Thank you very, very much. And then Easy Q, greatly appreciated. Nick W, thumbs up and thank you. And last but not least, Odin Joel, thumbs up and thank you so very much. Greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. And I've done that so quickly that Hokey Smokes, it's only 17 minutes into this. Greatly, greatly appreciated. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are done with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up. Now, let's see. I actually talked to someone in comments about how I used to be able to do like 3 different types of Irish accents. There's the stereotypical hearts, moons, stars, and clovers type. And then I'd actually done a little bit of minor studying and I could do a halfway decent Dublin accent. It's been so many years since I've done a Dublin accent. I don't think I could do one if I tried. But let's see if I can do the one that's not quite the stereotypical. This is still more of the stereotypical type of Irish accent because it's still got the huge lilting parts to it. And when you're doing that, it sounds like you're parodying whoever you're trying to do the accent of. In fact, that's one of the problems that I have when I'm trying to speak things like Spanish, is because when I'm speaking Spanish, my voice is just all over the place. And that sounds like you're parodying them and making fun. Now, was I able to hang on to that one? Probably not. My accents tend to drift, but at least I had it a little bit. For a little while, for 1 or 2 seconds maybe. So hopefully I'm going to go walkies today, but I've got this video here that you're watching. I'm going to be doing an amplified Minecraft Friday thing, as I tend to do. Thumbs up for that. I've still got stories I want to write. I got videos I want to do. I've got an ASMR stuff I still got to do. I've got a song mutilation I got to do. I've got that WNKLV radio to do. It's bloody awesome. So cool. I got a lot of things, and hopefully I'll get some of them done. That would be nice. But still, my kitty is sleeping on my lap, so I'm not going to be doing a ton of stuff like that otherwise. I have a feeling she's probably going to be down here most of the day, and that is a good thing. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Well, and then I went and said something that was all wrong-headed and stupid, so I went and shut myself down to try and minimize the damage. Then I rode off into the sunset and smoked myself a cigarette on the mesa.